Welcome to Running with Scissors, where you'll learn a few hair tips and tricks and hear heartfelt and comical stories from behind the chair. Hi, welcome. I'm Jordan.
And I'm Meagan. And you know what I kind of thought about on the way over here is that this is like a little day date.
Yes.
A little best friend day date.
Oh, I love that so much.
Yeah. Okay, enough of that.
Yeah, okay.
How was your Easter? I feel like we really haven't got to see each other this week, so.
Yeah, it was good. We had a good time. Yeah. I did not find the winning gold egg that the adults get, but, here we are. The oldest always gets the shaft, so everything's fine.
Well, did you put in like a good effort, or were you focused on Eve?
No, because I bitched about it, they had Jason taking pictures, which was a terrible idea, okay? Because he already forgot halfway through that he was supposed to be taking pictures. Yeah. So, but yes, I just got to focus on the whole thing.
Well, good.
Yeah. But, when you have a kid doing it, you do squirrel out and want to focus on your kid for a second. Yeah. So anyways, but it was good. How was yours?
It was good. It was good. We all were together. It was good. Mike was home from his deployment, and then Keaton and Callie came. So cool. Yeah, it was good. We were all together, and just so many kids. Yeah. I mean,
how many?
We're at number 14.
Okay. Yeah. That's a lot.
Yes. So yeah, the backyard was just full of we all brought tons of eggs. So, you have to, and there's 14 grandkids.
Yeah.
So.
100%.
Yeah. But it was a good time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You went to Tulsa, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. I did.
Well, am I allowed to tell our listeners about what happened today at the salon?
Yes. I also think it's just good to share this so they can know the things that they'll probably hear me say on the show too.
Yeah, this is like a little precursor to the rest of our Running with Scissors career. Okay, I like it. So we were talking, me and my client were talking about another podcast, actually one that inspired Meagan and I to do what we do now, make our own podcast. And we were talking about traffic, right? And how traffic just is nuts, and the premise of the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And then your client had said, the people that are always, stopping to look at what happened at the car wreck or like a car accident or whatever. Yes. And I was like, oh, that's definitely me. I have to stop and investigate the whole thing.
The whole thing. And I said, hell yeah, that would be Meagan. She's rubbernecking all the time. And Meagan says, oh, well, me and my client were talking about it earlier, and I said it was chicken necking. Oh, my God.
Literally, my client necking before Jordan's client, it was two separate conversations. So, what are the odds that, it even comes up? But my first client was, talking about how her and her daughter saw a police chase, in action, whatever, and that it was so cool. And her daughter is, basically just talking about how her daughter was so nosy and wanted to see it all. And I was like, oh, that's 100% me. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm always chicken necking. And she didn't correct me or anything. And so I'm like, okay, I got that one right. And then your client comes in and y'all have a conversation about it. And I find out it's not.
It's rubbernecking. But listen, as I think your wife and I have told you many times, you just say whatever makes your heart feel right. Okay? We will just, as long as you're okay with us giggling about it, and then your wife writing it down, because there is somewhere a little black book of Meaganisms that Sarah has written down.
For sure. It's probably going to be in a PowerPoint at my funeral of all the things
Ooh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Sarah, if you're listening, write that down. Okay. Okay, I love that. No, that's great. Yeah. I like that. But honestly, chicken neckin might be the top tier meganism we've heard so far. That's pretty good.
Well, yeah, and just like the bowl.
Oh,
the bowl in the china cabinet.
Yeah. Well, when you do say it
or
fast.
China store.
Oh, here we are.
Yep.
Here we are.
Full circle.
So Megan thought it was like a bowl in a china shop.
Yeah.
And it's obvious, as most of us know, it's a bowl in a china shop. But I get if people are saying it fast, it could sound like either one.
100%.
Yeah.
And there's always a bowl in a china store. Like,
You're exactly right. There is a bowl in a china shop.
I also understand that if a bowl was in there, like shit's gonna hit the fan, real quick.
But what's gonna happen to the china cabinet if there's a bowl in it? Like a bowl, like when you actually eat like cereal or soup out of.
Yeah. Well, it would break, but then
it
it's
would
like
break because of why?
Right.
Okay. So now
so I understand.
Okay, good.
I don't know, or like, if someone is antique shopping and they accidentally bump their butt into it. I don't know. I just always understood it as
they accidentally hit their butt specifically at the bowl.
Yeah.
They hit the bowl.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I like it. And I think it's a china cabinet. I might have
not
even
a china
said
store.
It wrong, right? Yeah.
We'll have to look it up to confirm.
Your nice china, so it's like a cabinet.
Right.
That's what it's talking about. Like so.
But then, oh my God, we're gonna go deep here.
Mm-hmm. About a bowl in a china cabinet.
Yeah, but then how does a bowl get in a fucking china cabinet?
Yeah, and the point still keeps getting made. So. Yes, It doesn't happen. Either way, it's bad. Either way, it's bad, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the point of the phrase.
Understand.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Well, now that we've addressed that, so listener, you're just going to probably hear a lot of things out of my mouth that don't necessarily make sense or is the correct saying. But we just roll with it, Just,
like as you heard in the first episode, she said espresso.
I did.
Oh, yeah, baby. You say it every time. Every time you talk about
had this conversation.
Coffee or an espresso martini, you say it every time. You said it the first episode. Espresso. Either way, just saying they've already heard it. So here we are. In my
brain, espresso is better. And that's what it is.
No, it does make sense though,
but
right?
But it's not spelt that way. I get it.
Yeah, but it does make sense.
And maybe I started saying espresso because I didn't know how it was spelt. Maybe if I would have seen the spelling beforehand. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, who cares?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, well.
Either way.
Thanks for also calling me out in the first
everything's
episode.
Fine. Well, you say it all the time like that, so I just stopped correcting.
Speaking of espresso martinis, I can't remember where, but there is somewhere locally in the United States that they have an espresso bar.
Oh.
And it has like all different types of like espresso martinis.
I love this.
Right? Now I need to go find it.
Yeah, we
and figure out where it is. Yeah.
Where is important.
And we're going to have to take Moya with us.
Yes, Moya, a.k.a. my mom.
Yes, yep.
That's her grandmother name, Moya.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask where it came from. We're not 100% sure, so just go with it.
It's fitting.
Yeah, it fits.
Yeah.
But you're right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Megan.
Well, I also have another thing to go off from our first episode and like the getting to know us.
Oh, yes.
I did think of something. And I've thought about it a lot lately, and I don't know why. Maybe it's just because we're trying out something new together, Okay. But if you would have asked yourself in hair school, like where your life would have been, like with our friendship and like all of that, would you have pictured this is where we would have been in life?
No.
Yeah, same.
No, not at all.
Mm-mm.
which is fascinating because I don't even know how we really got here to begin with, but
here we are.
But I'm happy we are here.
Same. I know, because
I feel like our relationship just literally like naturally or organically was created. Yeah. So I don't know. That's why I'm like, I don't know how we even got here.
Right.
But
no, great. I'm super thankful.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I have thought about it a lot lately of like, man, I look back at hair school and then I'm like, I would have never pictured today.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally agree.
Anywho.
Yeah.
There's another like little getting to know you segment, I guess.
I don't know where I would have thought I would have been today, but.
Right.
You know.
I mean, of course, in hair school, you were probably like dreaming big of like, you know.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to,
change the world one fucking haircut at a time. That's what I thought. I for sure was going to do that.
Oh, I remember being like, I'm going to be on stage.
Yep. I am business ass woman. We are getting our shit together, our coffee. Now my shit can't get together to save it.
No. Hence the running with scissors.
Yeah, right. And we've made it full circle. I love this. Okay.
Bada boom, ching.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. Yeah, I really thought I was going to have it all together.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I think we have it together.
I mean, we are surviving.
Together, right?
Right.
But like, yeah, we're doing okay.
We're doing the best we can.
We are doing the best goddamn work we can do.
Yeah. I might have ripped, all my eyebrow skin off.
Yeah, you know what? We don't have to do 12 years of hair to not make mistakes, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that is something, though. That is something. They look better than they did yesterday.
Yes. That's because Felicia gave me some good oil stuff to put on there.
All right. The good. Help heal up them eyebrows.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. Are we ready to talk about what's making us run with scissors the last 2 weeks?
Sure.
Do you want to start?
Yeah. I don't know I'm going to count it as running with scissors, but I feel like more so this week, I have struggled with just getting any motivation. And here's like, my brain is like, oh, I want to, like hearing you talk about how you like planted your like flower beds, like, planted your bulbs and all the things. I'm like, bulbs. Oh, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Sorry, my 13-year-old boy self came out.
Anyways, I'm like, oh, and then I keep seeing like other people in the neighborhood and they're pretty, flowers and whatnot. And I'm like, okay, like I want to do this. And then I'm like, I also like have this wild hair to like paint some walls in my house. And like, there's just things that I keep thinking like, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that. And that aren't like necessary. Like they're not have to do's. I'm just choosing to do them clearly. But like, thinking of all the things I want to do is just making my brain go crazy. I feel like of like, it's just like having a list of tasks that you can't complete,
Yeah.
In a way.
That you keep adding to it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, just stop. Like one, you haven't. So I think, and then, this week, like not feeling like motivated. I think it's because I'm like, there's so many things I want to do. Where do I begin?
Yeah.
And no, but clearly I'm not doing anything about it either. I haven't bought flowers.
Yeah.
Or paint.
Still early in the spring season.
Yeah. Right? But even if I wanted to paint a wall, like, go buy some paint. My gosh, it's not that hard.
Right.
So.
But you know what? Sometimes it's really hard to do these things because there's a lot of work involved in them. Like that's a shit ton of work.
Right? Like painting, like then you have to tape off the wall.
Yeah, painting sounds cool when you talk about it until you actually have to do it.
Right. And you know me that if there's too many steps, then I'm out.
Yeah.
So
you need to have somebody, like maybe Sarah needs to start it. You can jump in.
Yeah.
Well,
no, because she doesn't think we need to paint a wall.
Oh. So. What wall? And what are you going to paint? What color are you going to paint it?
I don't know. I just feel like my house needs some more contrast. I was thinking in my little plant sanctuary painting a wall black.
I like that.
Or just something like just a really bold, solid color, but like a neutral color just because I don't want something to clash with the orange couch and the green couch.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
Yeah.
I like it.
Or I thought about wallpaper, because wallpaper is coming in.
Oh, but have you seen how expensive the dope wallpaper is?
No.
Oh. I don't know measurement. I don't know shit about wallpaper, okay? Yeah. But when it says like, I don't know, $25 a foot, that feels like a lot to me. Because like in my head, I mean, in all reality, one wall doesn't feel like a lot, but when it's $25 a foot, either way, that would be so cool though.
I know. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Or you could be a psychopath like me and paint patterns on your wall.
I know, but your wall looks so awesome.
Yeah, well, also.
If you wanted to do it again, you could come do it at my house.
Maybe someday. That was my wild hair. You gotta, there's like a season that comes around in,
Yeah.
So.
I know. And now that like the weather's getting nice, like I just want to be outside. I don't want to do anything other than just be outside and feel the sunshine.
Yeah, but you know what's amazing is you can plant things outside.
Okay.
So you would be outside and planting things.
You're right.
I'm just trying to help you, give you like, the moment.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. And you are right. But then it's like, I also just would love to just sit outside and do nothing.
Yeah, no, that's also very nice. Soak up that sun, vitamin D.
Yeah, maybe have a cocktail.
Ooh, an espresso martini.
Yes.
No, that doesn't sound very good when it's 100,000 degrees. Yeah. Either way.
Yeah. Anywho, so I'm just creating my own running with scissors by
having all these ideas and no place to start. Yeah. Or no motivation to start. Yeah. I get that.
What about you?
Well, like my parents were in town. My dad and my stepmom were in town from Indiana this past week. It's my stepmom. She is I'm not honestly quite sure. I believe a teacher assistant of some kind in an elementary school in my hometown. And so this was their spring break. So they came down to see us. And they did not make my week running with scissors. Let me be clear. I made my week running with scissors just like you did. Yeah. But I decided that while they were here, I was going to complete a bunch of tasks. Just like you put a list of tasks, I somehow decided because I had the work time off, I was going to also complete them, which was maybe really dumb. Just because I felt chaotic. I felt like I was running with scissors, just running around everywhere. And then we went out to dinner for every dinner, I should say. And that was fine. But all these things are processes that I had to keep stopping to go do these things, which is why it was so stupid to be doing it when they were there. So next time they come, I will plan that differently. But I did get my entire vegetable garden planted.
Great.
All my seeds. I'm so sorry.
Fucking planting all the things.
Worse for you. Yeah.
So if you want to plant more things, come on over.
Honestly, that was my second wild hair that I had.
Oh, so what vegetables did you?
Oh, shit. You're going to make me think. Okay, so.
Did you do your pumpkin?
Yeah, okay. But there's some that has to be planted inside. This also made me fucking crazy. Okay. Made me crazy. I don't understand why every seed cannot have just the same goddamn planting and growing rules. Sure. Same watering rules, all of them. Nope. So I planted peppers, pumpkins.
Say it over and over again. 10 times.
No. Fast. Oh, shoot. Tomatoes. I think those 3 are indoors in little starter pots indoors. And then I planted cucumbers, carrots, squash outside and watermelon and lettuce out there.
Oh, well, girl.
Yeah. It was...
We're going to be coming to your house for farm to table.
Yeah, listen.
Next, you're going to be telling me that you bought some fucking chickens.
Oh my God, I would love some chickens.
Sarah would too.
She then you have
always talked about it all the time at our old house. Plus, the people that lived across the street from us had a fucking rooster.
Wow. Yes, we have roosters in our neighborhood.
Yeah. Anywho.
But I don't know that I want them next door. That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Sounds terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, like,
I mean, your backyard's big enough that you could have,
for sure.
You could have a lot of things.
Yes. But like, then you think about it, like chickens sound awesome, right? Mm-hmm. And you got to put a coop back there. And then you got to clean said coop out.
And then you got to pick the eggs.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. They just lay them and then you just pick them up.
Right.
Put them in your little basket or little pockets. I've seen those aprons that have a bunch of little holes in them for the eggs.
Okay. So how Dana's sister is like, you know, like doing like all like farming stuff, you know, whatever you want to call it. And she's killing it. Like, and it's so fun to like hear her stories and whatnot. But I feel like she had said that Dana for Christmas got her one of those aprons with the eggs.
She did.
And so, yeah, now I feel like I can just picture her out there with it on and her like just putting the eggs in there.
And it's so cute. Yeah. But honestly, like, I think I would have to stay home to have stuff like that. Yeah. It feels like a whole ass other job, honestly. Like the vegetable garden, to plant it took me a solid 4 hours to plant everything, all of them. But I had 875 million fucking seeds to plant. So, also they're tiny. That's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. Honestly, there could be shit just growing all over my backyard because that wind is something else. Matter of fact, let me tell you something.
I can't wait to see like one random like watermelon just come up in the middle of your yard. That would be amazing.
Yard. But we did have cilantro come up in the middle of our yard.
Stop.
No joke. All of a sudden.
Did you eat it?
No. Okay, wait. I have a funny story to tell you. So one day it looks like weeds are growing up out in the back of our yard next to our compost bin. Yeah, you see where this is going. And I'm like, what is that? Sure enough, looks like cilantro. We're going to let it go because we have no idea and we don't have time to deal with it right now. Sure. I just had noticed it. And so I don't know. I think maybe the weather, we just never got out there to deal with it. It didn't bother me any at the time. But now that we're doing gardening and mowing the lawn and things, it's a big deal because now it was like knee-high cilantro out there. Yeah. And a whole mound of it. And my dad, when they came in this past weekend, before they came, we went and mowed it all down because it was just in our yard. Well, some of it is in one of our beds that we don't actually have soil in yet. So it's just a raised bed with nothing in it, okay? Other than right now it's growing weeds in it. So there's cilantro in the corner of that bed that happened to flow over into it. And apparently Oliver, our 150-pound dog, kept peeing on it. Well, I hadn't paid any attention to it, but my dad had. And he was like, what is that? And I said, well, that's cilantro. And he goes, well, I wouldn't eat any of it. And I was like, why? And he goes, Oliver, I've seen him pee on it now like 3 times. I was like, cool.
Oh my gosh.
Cool. Yeah, no, good thing we haven't.
Right.
Because I don't think we really knew exactly what it was until maybe 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Did it smell like cilantro?
Well, we finally went out there and yes.
Okay. Because cilantro can be strong, so.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was definitely cilantro. And then when we cut it, it was even more strong. Then it just smelled like cilantro in the entire backyard.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
I love cilantro, though.
Yeah, I wasn't mad about it. I didn't care. But it was just funny because I was like, well, number one, compost pile. Trying to be cool and stuff, but.
Do you put the dog poop in the compost pile?
No, it's not compostable.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought for some reason you said that.
Well, I think I thought so, but once we started doing it and researching it, I guess you cannot.
Oh, okay.
So we put in everything that comes from the earth, essentially, into it. Which makes sense, right?
Sure.
But, like, I'm over here like, I don't know. Can you put a chicken nugget in there? I don't fucking know.
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't have any idea.
I guess depending on what the chicken nugget was.
Right. We just, like, straight up, we have a rule now that just straight up, if it's not a vegetable or a fruit or coffee grounds, we don't put it in there.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it made me feel like I was running with scissors, but that was my own issue. And next time my parents come,
let's
we'll
be
chill
real.
the fuck out.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
We, majority of the time, create our own running with scissors.
Yeah, all the time.
So we're both ADHD too. And so there's that neurodiverse.
Yes. But, I hope people can relate to our chaos.
Sure.
Because
I think that a lot of us put a lot of pressure on ourselves, especially being moms. Like we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to do a lot.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, they tell you to work and then they tell you not to work as moms. And then they tell you, you need to do this and you need to do that. But when? Because there's no time. So sucks to be moms, working moms.
Running a small business moms. And now a podcast. Because we don't have enough to do.
We don't have enough to do.
But
we might have lost it a little bit.
Is this a midlife crisis? No, we're not there yet.
No, that's too early.
We're way too
young,
yeah,
for that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's digress a little here.
Yeah.
And maybe let's talk about the box that I don't know that we have an actual name for.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that will come the more we talk about it. Yes. Or if a listener has a good idea for what we should name this said box. Yeah. Little black box. No.
I don't know about that. We'll see.
Anyways. I mean, it is a black box, but anyways.
Anyways. Well, yeah. So either way, we don't know what to call it yet. So feel free to drop a name once you hear what it's all about. Yeah. Drop a name in our DMs.
If you think of something. Okay, so what is this box?
Basically, I would say it would be a box for our clients in the salon to maybe write a story about, I don't know if they have something funny that happened to them that we don't even know. That we forgot about.
Or what if we didn't even know, know?
Yeah.
Like I also would I am here for like an anonymous thing. Like if there was something that we did that they caught on to and but it was never talked about. I want to know if that happened.
I'm here for that too.
Yeah.
But write their favorite story of us down, or a favorite story of them being in the salon, or memory of being in the salon. Or their own, I thought about this, they could put even their own maybe funny experience of having in any salon.
Sure.
Or any experience, or even a horror salon story that they've had.
Oh, everybody has that.
Yeah. So obviously, hopefully it's not our salon that they've had a horror story in, but.
And if that is
they can say that too.
Let us make it up to you.
Yeah. Compliments, reviews, basically whatever you
compliments
want.
Like Bree telling us today that we have good podcast voice.
Yes. Thank you, Bree, for saying that. But yeah, anything that maybe the listener wants us to read or share on the podcast. But also we'd like to open up that to all of our Instagram followers. If you aren't following us yet, it's at Running with Scissors OKC on Instagram.
Yeah, and if you also want to check out our hair page, our studio name is Meraki Studios. And so you can find that one on Instagram at Meraki Studios OKC.
Yep. And then we obviously have our own personal ones, but we post hair and stuff on there too, because why not?
I'm not very good with keeping up with
well, I'm not that great either.
social media. It's hard.
It is hard.
Yeah.
But mine
we'll try to do better since now we're being more vocal about our stuff. So
yeah, totally. We will work on our social media usage.
That is our goal.
Yes.
For what, this year?
Well, I guess it's already started. So the next, 9 months. Mm-hmm. Anyway, mine is at Hair Jordan 18.
Mine is at hair by _Meagan Cal. Yes.
Perfect.
I had to think about it real hard.
So feel free to DM us on any of those if you have something that you think we should share on the podcast. Also, a name for said box. Whatever you want to do with that. Anyway.
Well, what product are we? Are we ready to talk about product? Are we going to highlight a product this week?
Yes, let's highlight.
Okay.
So this week,
you get it?
I like it.
Yeah, you said, let's highlight.
Oh, chop, chop.
And then I said, okay, chop, chop.
I love it.
Yep.
Look at us being punny.
Right?
I love it. Okay, product. Normcore Signature Shampoo and Conditioner. Mm-hmm. Normcore. It's always the weirdest word, but it's Amica. I should say that. It's Amica. Shampoo and conditioner, Normcore Signature orange bottle. You want to give them anything about it? You want me to tell them about it?
It's a good everyday shampoo.
Mm-hmm. Don't wash your hair every day, but go ahead.
Right.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna get there eventually.
Yeah.
It's a good cleansing shampoo, and conditioner without weighing the hair down.
Yeah. What I was meaning to say as well is like it's a good. It's very versatile. Like it's for all, like anybody with hair type, any hair type can use it.
Yep. I like it because of how soft it makes my hair feel. I love that. It also has some good nutrients in it, some vitamins and antioxidants. It has coconut acid in it, which is conditioning. That's also in the shampoo too. So,
what's the berry?
Sea buckthorn.
You're doing your best.
Yeah, sea buckthorn. I'm going to talk about it in a second.
I know. Okay, sorry. I won't get ahead.
Okay, so coconut acid here for conditioning also helps with, it's a natural way to help the shampoo lather, which I like because most people like the lathering because it makes them feel like it is getting clean. Yeah. It's vegan, color safe, free from all fates.
Yes, and they're recyclable. You can recycle their packaging, all Amica packaging.
Yeah. I know they're either working on B Corp or they have B Corp.
I thought we found out. Well, now you're making me question it.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way.
We'll look it up and let you know next time.
Anyways, back to the shampoo and conditioner. Has coconut acid in it. And sea buckthorn, which is a super fruit that supplies fatty acid omega-7 to your hair. I love that because then you're not getting the fish oil smell. It's weird shit.
No, Amica smells delicious.
Right, absolutely.
Also with that berry that I'm not even going to try to say.
Yeah, that's okay.
Wait, hold on. No, let me just start with what I was going to say. So I feel like I have to say this just because it's really fascinating to me, but how we've had clients talk about how sometimes their products are like a little bit more yellow than they remember.
Yes.
Like the color of the product is more yellow. Yep. And whenever we brought this up to an educator and they let us know that that's normal, it just depends on what season they get. Is that what am I saying this right?
If it is in season or if it is not is why the color can vary.
Yes.
So don't be alarmed by that because it can vary.
I know. And I remember when that happened and I was like, I've never noticed that.
Yeah, but I'm glad we asked about it, truthfully.
Yeah.
Or she said something about it. Either way, I'm glad it was answered. Yeah. The one thing that the conditioner has that is different from the shampoo is it has shea butter in it. Which also I had no idea had 5 fatty acids in it.
Shea butter does?
Yes.
Oh.
Didn't know that. Anyways, good for all hair types. An amazing regular shampoo to keep in your shower. Do you want to give any quick tips and tricks on washing your hair real quick?
Yes.
Talk about that at all?
I feel like the biggest, what we've been talking about a lot in the salon is, a lot of people are starting to stretch out their washings, which is good. But a lot of people aren't also realizing that when you're using dry shampoo and going more days in between washing, they are still only washing their hair physically one time in the shower. Yeah. And you definitely need to wash it more than one time.
Yes.
So, for example, like Jordan and I only wash our hair once a week. And I probably wash my hair at least 4 times. 3 to 4 times
100% every
before
time.
I feel like it's clean.
And I use the scalp scrubber and everything. Yeah.
So, and you'll notice too, the more shampoos you do, then you'll notice more of those suds that everybody wants to see because
it's cleansing that oil off.
Right. It's breaking through all, dry shampoo, sweat.
Yep.
Oil,
Something
whatever.
that I had even noticed, okay, so I'm going to make this short, but I noticed that over my 12 years of career that a lot of people do start thinning in the front first. Yep. And I noticed that I'm actually really terrible about scrubbing the front hairline area, right? Like I get real close. Sure. I don't know that I get always down.
Okay.
Right around my hairline. So I wonder if some of this thinning can be caused from like makeup clogging hair follicles, and we're not cleaning the front of our hairlines well enough. I don't know. This is just, thoughts I had. But make sure you're getting around your hairline really good, as close to the edge.
And if you have really thick hair, I mean, I know this sounds like a pain in the ass, but like, you can also section your hair off to make sure that you're getting it clean.
Yeah, please do, actually. Yes. It's going to help
and make sure you're rinsing your shampoo out really well.
Rinse.
Yes.
Your hair. Like.
Also make sure that whenever you're getting it wet before you wash it, you're also like rubbing your hands through there, breaking up, any product buildup, and you're making sure that the water's getting, deep in there.
Yeah. Section your hair out when you rinse it. If your hair is thick too, that will help. Yeah. I'm trying to think. If you have extensions, lift up those rows, clean in between them, lift them up when you rinse them. Scrub in between them.
And if you don't feel like you can get in there well enough, then, you have 2 hairstylists that would be more than happy to wash your hair for you.
Yeah, we do blowouts.
Yes.
Come see us.
Yes.
So we are probably for the next couple of weeks or a couple of episodes going to talk about, did we decide if we're talking about shampoos or if we're talking about the groupings?
We can break it down by talking about all the shampoos first and because I feel like there's even more that we can touch on with hair washing. So
and if you have any questions about hair washing you want to throw into our DMs or that box,
then you let us know.
Then we'll check them out and try and answer them next time. So we'll have some good, because y'all better be washing your hair right. And I know damn well that probably half of you at least aren't. So let's talk about it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Ask us some questions.
Yes. Okay.
All right. Well, go ahead.
Thanks for listening today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for episode 3.
Woohoo!
Bye. Thank you for joining. If you like our podcast, leave a review on whatever platform you're listening on. If you're a client, you'll get 20% off your next appointment if you do leave a review. Don't forget to follow on Instagram at Running with Scissors OKC. This podcast is brought to you by Possibilities Podcast Platform.